Director Alejandro Gonzales Innaritu and cinematographer Emmanuel Lubezki achieved something totally unique in Birdman, a film that looks like one continuous shot. Of course, it's not really a single shot, so we went to Technicolor headquarters in Hollywood and talked to the film's digital colorist, Steve Scott, about how they achieved it.
I do a process called DI, which is digital intermediate. I guess in layman's term, it would be like having a big Photoshop. You're able to change the color in various ways, which you could always do with film with traditional chemical processes and lab timing, but now you can change the contrast and you can just isolate certain areas that you want to make darker or lighter, or you can bring out the eyes, or you can tone down a shadow on somebody's face, or you can make the sky more vibrant. And you can play with saturation, which you didn't have the ability to do before.
Is this for real, or are you shooting a film?
A film!
You people are full of shit!
Let's talk about Birdman for a minute. For you in post-production, was it that different a film from other films?
We have never done anything like it before, and the DP and everyone was very concerned how we were going to do it. Because traditionally, you'll have maybe 90 frames for a reasonably long shot, and you'll draw a little shape around the face, and you'll be able to color correct just through that little shape, and then you'll be done within those 90 frames, and then you go to the next challenge of the next shot. Well, this movie is one long shot. The whole movie is one shot. Well, how do you do that? We started talking, he had brought up the ideas of using dissolves between shots, and I talked to our editor and I said, okay, where are those moments when you would never notice a cut? Well, in the pan. So let's go into the middle of the pan and cut there, so by the time we get settled, we're in the midst of the shot. What that will allow the DP is he doesn't even have to think about cuts. Chivo isn't hamstrung by having to think of any of those things.
Baby, can you understand me now? Sometimes I get a little mad.
It's one scene after another where you think, how did they do that?
As far as the technical considerations for how you go from outside, or how you go from the rafters in a theater down to the stage and into the audience, I mean, those are miraculous pieces. That when you're on Times Square and you've got Michael Keaton running through and we want to see him and he's running behind people who are in front of him, well, you know, we will maybe open him up with a very hand-done articulated mat that follows him so we can brighten him or change his color. And then we have umpteen huge Jumbotron monitors in Times Square. We just follow him through that whole sequence with hundreds of windows.
Was there a scene in Birdman that to the outsider would look very simple, where you think, oh, you have no idea how difficult that was?
There's a scene where Naomi Watts and Zach Galifianakis and Michael Keaton are standing at a door when she peeks her head in. We worked on various mats to isolate her and her lighting, and Zach and Michael, and there's just so much work in there you would not believe to get the focus where we want it.
Everything for a reason, right? Think you can come in this evening?
I'll call him and find out.
I'll call his agent.
But the main thing we want to do is we want the eye to naturally go to these points of narrative that we want to focus on.
It's about being respected and validated. Remember, that's what you told me.
I got a chance to do something right. I gotta take it.